English side Gloucester and a young Canada squad are ready to clash at York University on Friday night. Preparations by both teams are well underway, and the players are excited to get down to the task of playing each other to wrap Gloucester's preseason camp and give Canadian coach Kieran Crowley a chance to consider some new faces by way of the recently completed North America 4 tournament. Mike Pletch played hooker and tight head prop for Canada East and was happy to be back in Canada training at his old club Oakville's facility. So, Mike, training at a ground that you're familiar with the Oakville Crusaders and getting ready for Gloucester this week. A lot of rugby behind you, but a little refreshed to be back home?
Yeah, it's always nice to get home. It's good to see a few familiar faces around the club and stuff. And we got lots of new guys in camp. They sort of seem to energize us with the under-20s and stuff. So it's a pretty good atmosphere, even though we've been on the road a lot, and we're looking forward to the last game. So.
Now, you, for a long time, were the young guy asking the questions. Now it's the guys coming up and asking you for advice, getting stuck for answers sometimes?
Not too often. I'm usually I'll help them out if I'm ever struggling. I'll ask some of our coaches like Tatey or Kevin Wierachowski. They always help us out. So it's been a good camp so far. We got a good blend of I guess veterans like me and a few new guys, and it's been going well so far. So.
Are you worried so much about what Gloucester's going to do, or are you just trying to worry about your own lot in life and get things sorted?
We're mostly focusing on ourselves. As I said, we got a lot of new guys, so we got to get them learning all our systems and just sort of different ways how we scrummage, how we do our lineouts and drive mauls and everything. So really focusing on ourselves for the early part of the week. I think the later part of the week we might focus on them a little more. But yeah, just trying to get ourselves going here. So.
All right, good luck against Gloucester.
Yeah, thanks, Doug.
A new face in the East team that is making a difference in the front row is Montreal's Dion Varvarakos. He is keen but aware that he'll have to be sharp to counter the veteran presence of the Gloucester forwards, should he get on the field. Dion Varvarakos, must be a great few weeks of rugby for you, sort of jumping into the scene of the NA4. Now going to be playing for Canada against Gloucester. A bit of a dream coming true?
Yeah, it's a bit of a dream. It's sometimes I think I'm dreaming, but it's an honor at the same time. So.
What about the reality of the workload of getting ready for these games, the heat of Denver, a little cooler here in Ontario, but still some hard work in the summer, isn't it?
It's a lot of hard work, but you're doing it for your country, and at the same time you're willing to make that effort and work hard so you could be ready for that game, for this game.
Now, how have you been feeling about your performances when you're getting on the field? Lots of positive talk about your size and your ability, and you're a very coachable player, so overall you must be feeling good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I have a lot of work to do, but that's part of the game. If you want to become a better player, you have to put in the hours. So.
All right, and what about this weekend playing against a pro side? They might try and take advantage of a young guy like you, but you think you have the nous to counter that?
Well, that's the grit, and it's part of the game. You have to develop that, so I'm going to be ready.
Another first-time into the senior squad is under 20 fly half Matt Evans. After winning the point-scoring title of the NA4 tournament, the young Duncan native is ready for the next challenge in his career. So, Matt Evans, a couple of busy weeks behind you with the NA4, your first championship with that competition, and now all of a sudden cracking on with the Canadian team. Pretty good 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, sort of unexpected in a way. I didn't expect to play much rugby this summer, and then all started back at Shawnigan, and it's been great ever since, really.
Now, you're playing against some guys that you know pretty well because you go to college at Hartbury College right near Gloucester, and so you're getting coached by a lot of these players. What's it like to think that you're going to be lining up against some of them?
Well, yeah, I've been there for a couple of years and watched these guys play, been to their premiership games and stuff, and I got a few friends who are in the junior setup of that stuff who are here too. So it's a pretty cool experience that way. It's a pretty big challenge coming up on Friday. I don't know what capacity I'm going to play in it, but if I get a shot, it'll be something I'm going to relish, I think. I've always wanted to compare myself to that sort of standard in Britain, and I guess this is my opportunity coming up on Friday.
How's the transition been from what you were doing at NA4 with Canada West and what you're doing here with Canada? A
lot of similar things, similar aspects of the game. Kieran is pretty open to just playing rugby, which is great. You have to think a lot more in rugby as you get older, it seems, and that's one of the things I'm learning now, making decisions and so on, and interacting with other players and reading what's going on the opposition and how to make choices through that. So that's the sort of transition that I'm making from the NA4 and then going on to this as well, which is great learning. I'm really enjoying it. It's another aspect of rugby that I haven't seen before, so it's great.
All right, well, good luck on Friday.
Thanks very much.
Gloucester has been training at Appleby College in Oakville, but a pelting rain made it impossible to use the camera. We did catch up with England players Ollie Barkley and Ian Belshaw. So Ollie Barkley back in Canada once again, but for training camp for Gloucester. Do training camps ever get easy?
No, not at all. I think, particularly when we come away, I think coaches and conditioning staff look to up the ante. I think because we come away, we have to increase the conditioning and stuff. It's more a matter of continuing the hard work we've done already in pre-season. A few of the guys have been working for 4 or 5 weeks now, and obviously with the game on Friday, I don't think they're that keen to let up. So it's been pretty tough for the past 2 days already.
The seasons are so long for players now. You must just really look for any little breaks you can, even if it's taking an afternoon off from training. It all adds up at the end of the season, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we get weekends off in pre-season, so it's not actually too bad. I think during the course of the season we're given various time off, so pre-season is mainly about getting a conditioning base and making use of the time we have off at the moment.
And is this a great opportunity to test young players on the team and yourself going against a squad like Canada?
Yeah, I think there'll be four quarters, 20 minutes, so everyone will get a chance to play. And there's some great youngsters in the squad at the moment, so it gives us a good chance to see what they can do moving forward, see if we can use them during the season. So it'll be interesting for both the seasoned guys and also the young guys coming through.
Have you found the environment with humidity and heat a little bit different to what you might be dealing with back home?
It is, yeah. I mean, at home at the moment it's about 22 degrees. I think it's actually raining at the moment, but the most we've had sort of heat-wise up to about 25. So to come here at 30 degrees, and as I said, it's very humid. It's been tough for the boys, but it's a nice training environment. Appleby College is fantastic, and everyone's enjoying it at the moment.
All right, well, good luck on Friday.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Well, Ian Belshaw, this is how many training sessions or training camps for you after turning pro so many years ago?
Yeah, it's been my 12th or 13th now, so still battling away, keeping going, still just as enjoyable.
Do you change your approach to them more than you did when you were young and trying to make a team? Now you're the veteran, you can maybe relax a bit more, but not too much, right? Because there's always a guy looking to knock you off your mantle.
Well, I think with the quality in our squad, you can't afford to switch off, but I do take it a little bit differently. I still work just as hard, I think, although probably my fitness coach might not say that. But as I keep saying, I'm still living playing, and I'm living the environment with Gloucester, so it's all good at the moment.
Now, just as important as the on-field is the off-field, and getting to mix in some young players into the team and getting to know the personality and culture of this team. How's that been going?
Yeah, really well. We've got a number of really good young guys coming through. I'm sure you'll see a few of them out on Friday. With 5 weeks training in England, this breaks up our pre-season. And where else better to go than Canada? I've been fortunate enough to go to Vancouver before, and my first time in Toronto, and the guys are really enjoying it. It's a great break for us from England, but we know that come Friday it's going to be a real tough game against the Canadians. So we're mentally and physically prepared and looking forward to a good tussle.
How about the temperature that the boys have been operating in? Does that help establish some fitness levels?
Oh, it's been tough. It's been quite humid and muggy. At the moment, we'll take anything because it's quite chilly in England. it's only early 20s, so here it's nice. 28, 29. All the boys are thoroughly enjoying it.
As far as the game on Friday, it's a training game, 4 20-minute periods, but no one should be under illusions that it's a practice game. It'll be full-on, jobs at stake a little bit, and everyone's got to go 100% or injuries can happen.
Oh, totally. As I just said, we know it's going to be a hard slug. Canada are a very proud nation, and they're going to come at us, full metal. I think the thing for us is we're going to go in it hard, but we're just going to make sure that our structure's right. It's very important for us leading into the season. We're going to get our little things right. And as you've just said, there'll be boys wanting to make impressions, especially new guys coming to the club, the young guys coming through, and the old boys making sure that they're just one step ahead of everyone. So, it's going to be a tough old game.
Well, good luck and enjoy the rest of your time in Canada.
Cheers, mate. Thank you very much.
Kickoff has been moved to 6:45 p.m. at York University Stadium from 7 o'clock. For tickets, visit rugbycanada.ca/Gloss or ticketmaster.ca. In Oakville, Doug Crosse reporting.